Hi, it's me again.
Hello.
Hi guys. It's Claire, or you may better know me by my stripper name. Please, I'm begging you, get out. This is a Chili's. So, you may or may not be aware, I spent most of my summer in Tel Aviv, in Israel. Yeah, it was super fun, and Evan was also there. Probably. Yeah, I called you out, bro. So probably my least favorite part of the trip was actually the plane ride there. So getting there, it was a 5 a.m. flight from Cincinnati to Toronto, where I had to wait until 4 p.m. to take the 14-hour flight to Tel Aviv. Now, if you don't know about Israel flights, they're full of Orthodox people. Now, for those of you who are Jewish, you might not understand what this means. It means it's very, very religious people with 3 billion kids who they never discipline. So I immediately get on the plane, and there's just little children running up and down the aisles with parents like, hey, what are you gonna do? And like, there was a 6-year-old 2 rows behind me going, for 2 minutes. And I looked at his dad dead in the eyes, and he was like, what, do you want me to stop him? I was like, yeah. But it's part of the be fruitful and multiply thing. I think no, literally that's why they do it. Like, what I will give Orthodox Jews over things like deep-seated Catholicism with the only unprotected sex, for procreation thing, is that they mean it and they do it. They will actually have a child every single time they have sex. Every time. So I already sort of had a plan going on the plane, which was Rocket Man soundtrack in the ears, Dramamine in the veins. It worked for a good amount of time, and then it started to wear off, and it was in about the halfway point of the flight, and there was a baby, and that baby, it was not a cry, it's one of those like primal baby screams, because they're like, I'm aware that I'm on a giant tin can in the air, it's a miracle that we're flying right now. It was like, ah! And it was truly the most insane thing, and then finally it fell asleep until another baby woke back up, did the same thing. My friend Marissa said it best when she said they were actively reproducing on that plane. It was like every time you look behind you, there's another baby. It's like, you don't need to bring your baby to Israel. They're not gonna remember it. They're not gonna remember. You don't need to bring them. Something interesting that I found about a lot of Israeli buildings is that a lot of the restrooms are like deep underground. I don't know why this is, but you would go down like 20 flights of stairs through like 5 hallways, go into a cave with like, a torch provided to you by like the IDF or something, and then you like go through the catacombs, past like the skeletons of ancient Maccabees, by the men's bathroom where some 12-year-olds are jeweling, and then you finally It's a wild country. The rules of the road are, there are no rules. This is something you discover quite quickly when you try to get anywhere. You can try to take the bus, if you can get it to stop. Sometimes you will just be on a bus and you pass by a stop and you see people outside going, ah! And the bus driver goes, I forgot. I didn't feel like stopping today. Yeah. They can catch another bus, if that one will stop. But it's interesting because once you're on the bus, you're on that bus. You step on, before you can even swipe your card, they take off at high speed and everyone who gets on the bus immediately just falls backwards. Parking is anywhere you want. I was out for hummus with my boss one time, and she parked on the sidewalk. And I was like, can you do this? She's like, it's fine, we can park anywhere we want. We're in Holland, they don't care. And I was like, they don't? She's like, we'll figure it out when we come back. Okay. So I say hummus now, but I try to watch it, because like, you know when you're there you say hummus, like they do, they pronounce it hummus, but I didn't want to come back and be like, oh, I got hummus with my boss. I didn't want to be that girl who's like, oh, I spent the summer in España. It's like the most life-changing experience I've ever had. You've got to go to Barcelona. It's insane. The tapas, oh my god. Life-changing. But then on the way back, I was the first person in my group who was questioned by airport security. And when you're confronted with like a very attractive, very hardcore, like clearly had some time in the military Israeli at the airport, and they're like, what were you doing here? You're like, I don't know. They're like, were you here for the intended reason you said you were, for an internship? And you're like, was I? Was I a secret terrorist this whole time? I don't remember. You're like, what? Is Claire my real name? Was I a secret spy this whole time? I don't know. I'm suddenly being questioned and I don't know. That was my summer, but I came back and, I mean, it wasn't just when I came back, it was really the whole summer, and honestly my whole life, where just like, I've been disappointed by men for a very long time. Yeah! So, you probably know this, but I am ishmashmeshul, and sometimes I just wish I was a lesbian, because like every time I'm attracted to a man, I'm like, ugh. I'm always embarrassed. I'm like, I guess. Because like, the thing is that men never cease to set the bar low enough. Like, they hit the low bar, and you're like, wow, you just keep trying to get lower, don't you? Sorry, men in the room, I don't give a shit. You've had enough time on top. Yeah. And as someone who has like, you know, larger breasts, I'm sick of like having to wear tank tops, and for people, often men being like, you gotta put those away, you look too like slutty in there. It's like, okay, this is the only way they fit, number one. Number two, like, I could turn that around just as easily, because there's like a guy in one of my dance classes who's always wearing like the gray sweatpants, you know the kind. Every time, and there's a lot of jumping involved. And it's like, oh, sir, you know, you just want us to look at it. What, am I not gonna look at it? Please. Yeah. That doesn't help my Scorpio stereotype, does it? No. The Scorpio stereotype is always that I'm a big horny bitch, but only one of them is true. You can guess which. But I'm always jealous of, like, my mom is a Leo, and they always get like, oh, you're super cool and brave, and like, Scorpio's always like, oh, you get to bathe in the blood of your ex-lovers under the light of the harvest moon. That's cool, but it's not like awesome. I mean, I guess it's kind of awesome. I'm like, I'm not that evil yet. Though I do get kind of nervous when I go to like my home Kroger, because for some reason there's a really hot farm techs working there, and I always get really nervous because I walk up and I'm like, hey big boy, can you get me my prescription for my mental illness medication? It's a 30-day supply. So that was my summer.